With regard to the industry, I concluded somewhere in the mid-'80s that the productivity of the industry was declining and it was going to continue to decline, and that was a really bad thing. Now, that was not unique to me. Many people had made that observation. What was unique to me was the conclusion I came to about what the primary cause was. And my conclusion is that the primary cause was that the industry had failed to invest successfully in disruptive new drug discovery technologies. After all, any stochastic improvement in productivity in any industry is always technology driven. You can only manage your way out of a few little problems, right? So there was a clear need for a disruptive technology. And I think the industry failed to invest principally because small molecule drug discovery was still working and still works, but also because of time, not money, time. When you think about the real enemy of our industry, it's time. If it takes 16 years to develop a drug, a single drug based on old technology, how long does it take to build a new technology and validate it? Because you can only validate it with drugs that get approved. So it has to take 25, 30 years. And 25, 30 years is 3 or 4 presidents, half a dozen heads of R&D, 42 budget crises, 5 mergers, 10 threatened mergers. It's an impossible equation to solve. I also felt that it was clear that the molecular biology was teaching that what we needed to make improved drugs was greater specificity. And if we were going to get specificity, the answer was not small molecules and proteins, but to use, evolution's solution to specificity, which is Watson-Crick hybridization and interactions of oligos with RNA. And finally, I'd come to the conclusion that the fully integrated pharmaceutical company model, which was a great model when the industry was principally a distribution industry, was detrimental now that it was an industry that depended on prolonged cycles of innovation and new products, and that what was needed then was a more efficient technology coupled to a different business model. From its inception, there was a plan. There was a clear technological plan. There was a clear plan for drug discovery and development. There was a very clear plan about the type of business model we wanted to create. And there were clear ideas about what kind of culture we wanted to create. And the systems and processes that we put in place were geared to the business model, the technology, and the long-term view of the culture we wanted to create. And remarkably, we've persevered in all those elements, and so I think those differences which occurred at inception have become amplified over the years as we succeeded in moving toward our aspirations. We work in an industry that begins with the perfect purpose. So we begin with the perfect why. Sick people depend on us. And the value is in the drugs that we create. That is the value that we can bring to the world, the drugs that we create.